first want to talk to you about how special the role that you have, because every day when you put Auburn on, or you have Auburn in your heart, you represent us just like we represent you. And I tell people all the time, if we get beat by 50, if the girls get beat by 10 and the men get beat by 10, you got beat by 50, 10, and 10. When you walk through it, they're not just talking about us, they're talking about all of us as a family. So it's so important for us to stick together. I told a story the other day, and they asked me to tell it again. And when I grew up in this family of 16, we didn't have a lot. There were 8 boys and there were 8 girls in a 3-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. You do the math, what time you got to get up. With 8 sisters, you figure out what time you got to get up for school. So, but I learned a lot of life lessons out of being in a big family. And here's one that I talked about the other day. My mom put us all in this station wagon. And again, I told the story about she was driving into our driveway. There's a tree that's been there forever. It's still there. I don't know how it's making it, but she turned into the driveway and she ran slap dab in the middle of it with that station wagon. My dad, being the man he is, he's going to fix it because he's going to keep the insurance money. Well, let me tell you about that car. You be driving this way, but the car would be headed this way. Daddy never fixed the car. But anyway, he loaded us up and we all got in this car. I was 9 years old, and I can remember as we're driving to the beach. Like the Griswolds. Can you imagine 16 kids in this station wagon? Thank God there were no seatbelt rules, because we'd have been in trouble now. So we're driving to the beach. We get to the beach and my mom opens that door and the Taylors take over the beach. I mean, we hit the beach hard now. I mean, we're out there playing volleyball and football, and I mean, I remember drinking the salt water because, you know, we didn't bring any food or anything with us. I didn't have any swim trunks. I just pulled my jeans up to my knees and hit the water. So we're out there about 2 hours, and all of a sudden my mom blows the horn. Too sharp, more bump, bump. Because on that third horn, if you wasn't in the car, you'd be homeless. I can tell you that. And we knew she was trying to get rid of some of us anyway, so you better get in that car in a hurry. So we all get to the car and she says, look, you guys get to this picnic table. There was a cement picnic table right there at the edge of the beach. And she told my sisters that she gave them a black trash bag, the big hefty bag. And she said, I want you to start right here, and you girls go that end of the beach and don't come back until this trash bag is full. Gave us, the boys, the rule to start here and go that way. And don't come back till that trash bag is full. And we're thinking in our head, we didn't bring any water, we didn't bring any trash, we didn't have anything, but we're gonna do it. Because with my mom, she only told you to do something one time. If you didn't do it, you'd have a sign on your eye, closed for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't play all that time out stuff. She didn't play that. So we went on down the beach, we're borrowing trash from people. You want this, you need this? I'm taking trash out of barrels, put it in there. Because we're gonna fill this thing up so we can get home, right? And not have to walk, because she would have left us. So we get back, long story short, we get back to the table, and my oldest brother, he asked her, he said, Mom, I don't get that. We didn't bring anything. Why do we have to do this? And she said, the Taylors will always leave a place better than the way they found it. And guys, I've applied that to everything in my life. Whatever I do, and we take the same attitude as coaches. We're going to try to make sure that wherever we go, whatever we do, that we're going to make sure that it's better than what it was before we got here. And we need you guys to take the same attitude. Because here's what we know, especially growing up in a big family. My father passed away. God placed people in my life along the way to help me get to where I'm at. And these guys weren't the same color as me, and a lot of times didn't have the same last name as me, but they treated me like family. And I learned right then and there, you don't have to have the same last name to be family. You make the same choices, the same moral values and standards that Auburn stands for makes us all family. And here's the worst thing. We can handle those people in the other color talking about us. What we can't handle is if our family's talking about us. Because where I'm from, you don't love family in slices. Because I got some sisters I like to put on the shelf, trust me. But I can't. I got to keep them. And here's the point that I'm making. If you went into a doctor's office and you saw the nurse talking about that doctor, and she came out and she said, I cannot believe that doctor left that scalpel in his chest. I don't care what was wrong with you. You get out that doctor's office and go to another one. Not because of what the doctor said, but because of somebody that's working with that doctor, that's putting on the same color as him. And that's what we need you to understand. This bus, is good. Those billboards, that's good. But the best advertisement we got, I'm looking at right here, our Auburn family. Not Auburn Nation, our Auburn family. And we need you to be a part of that 100% of the time. Because there are going to be some bad days. I heard Coach Barbie say, be patient. With coaches, a lot of times y'all don't believe in patience. Y'all like buzzards. Y'all ready to kill something. You don't want to wait on it to die. You want to go kill it now. But understand, we're trying to make sure we do the thing the right way. And I promise you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a dog bark at a parked car? Only those that are rolling. So when they're talking about us down the road, it's because we're rolling and doing it right. When they're not talking about it, it's because they're kicking our butt. And we're gonna keep them talking. I promise you that. They're gonna be doing more than talking. So just understand. be patient with us. And here's the thing. They say, well, you always, when you go out to these events and you're asking for money, well, I can tell you this. It's not hard for me to ask for money for family, because we cannot make it without the money, the donations, the things that you guys give back to Tigers Unlimited. All those things go to a great cause. You know how much you love Auburn, and you know what Auburn has done for you in your life. Think about what it does for the next young man, a young lady that gets to pass through those doors. And that's all we'd ask you to remember. Just do what you can. And it may not always be money. It may just be time, something. Give back to Auburn every chance you get. Thank you, and War Eagle. Tommy? Well, I guess we're going to sign.